Hey everyone, Jason here, and I'm back with a video tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the clone stamp tool in Adobe Photoshop CS5 to retouch and re-edit any photographs you may have. Alright, so I'm going to start from the very beginning. When you open up Photoshop, you want to find your image, so go to File, go to Open, and find your image. I recommend you save your image either on your desktop area, or within a folder that you can easily find. So go ahead and select your image. Once you find it, you can preview the image by looking at this little thumbnail here to make sure you have the right one. Once you have your image, hit Open to open your image, and it will open within Photoshop. Basically, what happened with this image and why I want to edit this image is because it was a bad scan job by me. When I went to scan the image, I used my handheld scanner, and the scanner skewed off to the left-hand side. Didn't scan the image straight down. It scanned it on an angle, basically, so you can now see the corkboard and the clipboard that I was using to hold the image. You can see it within the finished product here. So this is something I obviously don't want to send out to a customer or whatnot, or have around. I want to fix the image and fix it correctly. In order to do this, we're going to use the clone stamp tool. So to find the clone stamp tool within Photoshop, this is very basic. Go to your left-hand panel here, and this is the panel you obviously use most often here. I've used the spot healing brush before. Here's your brush tool, and right here, this is within the middle pane here. Here's your clone stamp tool. It looks like an old-time stamp. Very straightforward, very easy to find. Just by looking at it, you know what it is for the most part. If you don't have it selected, you want to go ahead and click, and that'll bring up a secondary box, and go ahead. You can also hit the pattern stamp tool if you want to use it. But in this case, obviously, clone stamp tool. Go ahead and just click, and it will select it. And you know it's selected by going up to this left-hand corner here, using the little drop down, and this is where you see your current tools that you have used within this session of Photoshop. And I wanted to close out that pane. When I have the clone stamp tool selected, anytime you click anywhere within the screen, you're going to get this message. Could not use the clone stamp tool because the area is not defined. So for right now, we're just going to hit OK to exit out. I'll talk about that in a second. When you have the clone stamp tool selected, though, you can change your brush, and this is something that I use when I use this tool. I like to do things accurately the first time. So I want to change my brush. In this case, it actually is correct, but you can change your brush size by going to the size, using the drop down, and you can change it. Let's say from 30, you can change it to 20. You can make it higher. You can select any presets that are right here as well. I don't want to do that though. So I'm going to close out this pane. And now you're ready to edit your image. What I like to do in this case is actually increase the size of the screen, increase the size of the image in order to also get the most accurate finished product the first time. So I'm going to go to change the zoom rate here from 50% to 75%. And once you do this, you're going to see that your image is now zoomed in, but you still have the clone stamp tool selected. So in order to use the clone stamp tool, you want to find your portion of the image that you want to erase over and paint over. And basically what the clone stamp tool does, it paints one part of an image over another part of the image. Basically what I like to call it is sampling. I've used this in the past on watermarks to cover up watermarks. I've had wedding photographs where the watermark is just in the center of the image within like a black portion here. So I can use the clone stamp tool, select one part of the black portion, and just color over it. Basically, this is what we'll be doing as well. So in my case, like I said, I want to take the green grass and bring it down here. So I'm going to go to this portion of the grass and go to use on my keyboard now. Go use the Alt and use the right mouse button here. By just clicking Alt, you can see that brings up crosshairs and basically tells you that you are about to select a portion. By clicking both the Alt and the right mouse button rather, the crosshair selector here changes from white to gray, and this basically tells you that you are selecting this portion of the image to color over. And you can not then release it once you have it selected, and just by hovering over here, I can see that it selected the portion that I want to use. Now, in order to color over, you just want to go from your starting point, which is right here. There's a defined line for me, and I want to just drag the mouse and just color like it's a coloring book or something. And we're gonna just do it until this portion is filled. Now, as you go along, if you look up towards the portion that you selected, you will see a little cross here, and this basically tells you you're working within the area that you selected. Now, if I were to move over to this green portion, or to this blue portion, if I were to move too far this way, you're going to see that my image turns green. That my image turns blue, rather, and I do not want this. So when you get too far out of the area that you selected, you can go back and reselect an area by finding a new area you want to use. Hit Alt and the mouse and the right mouse button, reselecting a new area. So I just did it like so, and you can recolor, and that helps a lot. It saves you a little bit of time. You don't have to make any new adjustments or whatnot, and you may want to do this multiple times, as I'm going to do right now. So hit Alt and use your right mouse button again, and to make a new selection. You can do this multiple times. I recommend doing it multiple times to get a nice texture here until your image is completely filled in like so. And I'm going to do it one more time. Hit Alt and the right mouse button to complete the job. And we're just going to color in. Just go along here. It doesn't really matter since it's green grass or anything really. Obviously, just want to get the image filled and make it look nice. So now you are done with this portion of the project. You're basically done with this project. So in order to view your final product in full, I'm gonna take out my zoom from 75 back to 50%. This brings back the image. Brings back the image the way I imported it, and if you could see that really fast, when I zoomed back out, the brown portion went away. So here is your finished product, and you can also then click off the clone stamp tool and just go to any other tool you want to save your image. You want to go to File, go to Save As, and you can change your file name. I recommend maybe doing a dash and a 1, and make sure change within any format you want to. You can change it to a JPEG, a Photoshop document, a PNG document here, a TIFF as well, a bitmap, anything you want. In this case, I'm going to go JPEG. Go ahead and hit Save. And you can change the options here. I really don't need to do that. I'm going to hit OK, and it will save your image, and go ahead and find your image within on your flash drive. So I'm going to go ahead and just make sure that it worked, and I'm going to open up the image like so, and you can see here's the finished product. Here's the finished product here. You have the before. This is the before image and the after image. So you can see the changes that we made were successful, and now the image looks very natural and is back to its original state. And I can go back now and change make any other corrections and whatnot if I so do wish. But for this video, I am done. That's how to use the clone stamp tool in Adobe Photoshop CS5 to retouch and re-edit any photographs you may have. If you have any questions on this process and how to use the tool, or you want me to help you out, and you have any other questions besides Photoshop or whatnot, please let me know. I try to help anybody out. If you like this video, please give it a like. Again, comment if you have any questions. Please subscribe to my channel. I try to put out new video tutorials whenever I have inspiration or whatnot. I also be getting back to album review corner videos as well, hopefully within the near future here. I plan to do so. So again, thank you guys for watching this video tutorial. Hope it helped you out. Have a nice day. Bye bye.